Namaste all. It is about medical astrology group. It has been pending for a long time. We were discussing for a long time. Finally, it has happened. Actually, it goes like this. One more thing. Before starting this, I clearly mentioned one thing. This group is purely owned by Mr. Ashokan. That I clearly tell. He asked me to lead the group. So I accepted, and in fact, whenever Parimala says Balusar, it is headed by Balusar, or the points will be validated by Balusar. In fact, I have a little jerk because many Jambavan stalwarts are here. So I have a little jerk. I just thought, do I deserve this? And in fact, then Ashokan clarified, it's a project. It's a project. For this project, I have asked you to lead. If it is any other project like Vastu or Jamakol or any other project, Selva Ganesh will lead. Likewise, everyone will lead one project. This project you lead. And in fact, because of my extreme fascination towards this, I said, okay. Actually, it started like this. A year ago, I think, Anandoli madam, she collected some 200 charts from Ramachandra Medical College from Dr. Thanikachalam. Here I would like to say one thing about Dr. Thanikachalam. He is the renowned cardiologist in Asia, not in just Tamil Nadu, not in South India or India, in Asia. His books are kept as textbook in US cardiology department. So that much he is renowned doctor. He has given that 200 charts. And in fact, he said that if you want to prove astrology in a scientific manner, you will have to undergo this double-blind study. Actually, he gave 200 charts. It included everything, healthy people as well as the ailing patients. They never disclosed anything. They just gave 200 charts. Actually, what we will have to do is we will have to segregate one. Second thing, if it is heart-related things, there also we will have to see because of what problem, whether it is ischemia or any myocardial infarction or any other problem or any valve dysfunction, any stent is kept or bypass is advised. These things we will have to segregate. Actually, GK sir, he gave me around 20 charts, 25 charts he gave, and out of the 22 I did. 3 I didn't do because very aged people that I didn't do. 22 I did. There I segregated 2 charts as healthy people also. Remaining 20, I clearly mentioned what all the problem, in which period they were affected. All these things I clearly did. Immediately, I also sent the mail to Anandoli madam as well as to GK sir. It is kept pending because of his severe tight schedule. He could not address it. In fact, whenever I talk to him, he says, definitely I will see, I will address it. So it is in one way. Another way, this medical astrology is pending for a long time. So Mr. Ashokan said, let us start this. And you lead this group. We have planned many things. Here actually how we have planned is, Monday we will be posting a chart. By Saturday we will be completing. One day relax, that is Sunday. Again Monday we will be posting another chart. So this will go like this. After completion of some 20 or 25 charts, we will be coming out with a book form. Particularly, we have decided to segregate ENT 1, ENT alone 1, and heart-related things, all heart-related charts 1. And in fact, in that book itself, it will come. First 5 pages will be allotted for anatomy, physiology, everything. All these things will be there. That will be authenticated by the specialist, the renowned specialist of that branch, who exclusively confined with the practice. From them, we get the things. So all these things we have planned. So when we publish the book, it requires huge funds. So Ashokan said, first, in fact, when we planned, I was totally against collecting this payment. Then he said, for publishing book and other things, definitely we need fund. So at least a nominal amount should be collected. Then also he said 300 we can collect. I said at least let it be 200. Even I said 100. But in fact, then finally it is decided as 200. So these amount will be spent for publishing the book. One, members will be given a copy of it. Two, and in fact, he also planned to conduct some seminar, summits and other things. For that also the funds will be utilized. Here I would like to say only one thing. I am just leading the group. Because some members who, since it is clearly mentioned that it is headed by Balu, some may misconstrue that I will also have a share out of it. I clearly say, absolutely, I don't have a single rupee out of it. That I make very clear. In the beginning itself, I told Ashwin that I don't want anything. He said, for publishing books and other things, we need some money. Even I don't know who all have paid, how they have paid, and how it comes to Venmar Academy. It comes to Venmar Academy only. Whatever amount is collected, it comes to Venmar Academy. He will be spending for this purpose. Actually, the medical astrology, it's a very big thing. When we talk about other things, the native, he may not be convinced in any way. But when we talk about his medical condition, definitely will accept. So in that way, we can prove medical astrology in a scientific way. One, and it's my long pending aspiration. Now it comes true, and in fact, we can go ahead with this. And another thing, we sow the seeds. Let the followers nurture it, and their followers will grow it. Somebody should take the effort. We will take the effort. In fact, what we have planned is members will not be remunerated. Some may ask, when I contribute some point, will I get any remuneration? The members will not be remunerated. Even no one will have any money out of it. Straight away it goes to Venmar Academy. Mr. Ashokan will be spending these things for book publishing and other things. Even in case, that also I told him, if anyone says that I am more interested in astrology, but I cannot pay 200, we can very well include it. Only one thing, we will have to appreciate their interest. So if anyone says that I cannot pay, they can very well join. If they don't pay, no problem. See, for publishing books and other things, he requires some money. For that only, the amount is fixed. And another thing, members can contribute their ideas. For every chart, we expect all the members to say their ideas. At the same time, their names will also be published in the book. Overall, the people participated in the chart discussion, all them, whether it is right or wrong, just their participation will be recognized. One, if their points are corrected, their names will be either highlighted in a block letter or something, or will be separately shown. If their name comes in all the 25 charts, it's a big recognition for them. That too, if their name comes, in fact, it comes in all the 25 charts with the block letters, with the highlight. It's a recognition to them. So these ways, the members will be, it's a knowledge transfer. It is purely KT. Knowledge transfer, one. Second thing, they can participate, their participation will be recognized. They will also get a book of medical astrology. And another thing, actually what we have planned is we can segregate. Branch by branch, we can segregate. We expect all the members to ask more questions. If no question is asked, that reduces our interest. Many questions should be asked by the students. See, recently, one vertigo chart was discussed. When it was, in fact, there are many points in the chart. And in fact, she particularly mentioned when it happened. That day, if you see the transit, exactly, it clearly shows that he will have an attack. Based on that, I was waiting for someone to ask this question. Had anyone asked, it would have been explained. No one asked, I just kept quiet. So when they pay some amount, if they pay some 200 or something, when they pay some amount, they will also have some interest. They will be asking. They can ask any amount of questions. We are here to explain. And another thing, I am also learning. Through members, I am also learning. Actually, last month before last month and all, what I did, I had been to many children take caring center. Particularly, I met the child therapist. I wanted more charts of multiple disorder, ADH, hyperactivity. These type of children charts I wanted. I met many child therapists. I got very few. Actually, everyone said only one thing. We will inform the parents. They will contact you. I have given my number to all the people. I told them very clearly, you just give the chart. I will give the prediction. I will say everything when it will be all right. What all the period it will be very virulent. When it will get subsided. All these things I will tell you. And if you like, if you prefer, I will also give you the parihara. That is, I need more charts. So that time only when we discussed, Asokan said we can start a group. The members, they will contribute more charts. It's also an idea. And this is my first round of talking. Others can say something. Then I will conclude.
Yes, sir, I agree to your statements. Salwani, sir.
Yes, sir. You want me to talk? Yeah. Right, sir. Sir was mentioning that this will be taken for all these group discussions will be noted and published. Then I got some suggestions if it is going to be published in the future. Then I got suggestions how the recording and editing should be made. First of all, I want to ask, before I suggest, I want to ask whether any type of methodology is allowed in prediction, or we are going to stick to some particular.
Any type, sir. Any type. It is very much allowed. All branch of astrology can be applied.
Okay. In that case, the recording and editing should be segregated based on the methodology.
Yes.
Contributors' name should be recorded in such a manner that the methodology also mentions in Nadi system, KP system, GK degree system, like that, Gemini methods, like that, whatever it is, it has to be recorded, segregated accordingly.
That will also be segregated.
Yeah. And the contributor name will come under that heading.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the next thing is when people are contributing and when some valid points are taken for editing and publishing, then and there that the rule of that methodology has to be publicized. That also should be given so that it becomes a learning point on what basis. When we mention those rules, the success rate of that rule also should be mentioned by some expert astrologer there. If it's a Nadi method, a Nadi expert. If it is a KP method, KP expert. If it's Gemini method, Gemini expert should say how many charts it works out and how many charts is not working also should be mentioned. I have seen this type of discussions and the publication happening in ICAS as well as Saptarishi. In Saptarishi, they definitely, when they put a rule, they say how many charts these rules are not working also. In our group, heart-related problems, so many charts will come. We might have found one golden rule or diamond rule based on some methodology. In some charts, it will work. In some other chart, it will not work also. The same combination will be there. It will not work. So that kind of chart also should be made part of this publication so that it becomes a proper research material.
Yes, sir.
Then these books definitely should have a first chapter, a second chapter, if not first, explaining how that organ works in a simple medical language.
Yes. One second. Can I clarify this? Or you complete? You complete.
Definitely a simplified way of explaining the medical function of that organ has to be given to people so that people who are interested in medical astrology, if they are not like people like me who are civil engineers, who cannot understand even the drug name or how the organ functions, and we don't understand those terminology, what they use in medical language also. So many times people come to me with their medical records and they mention all kind of medical names. Today I have one chart with me. That name even now I cannot understand. It starts with IFS, some diarrhea, something like that. It is. Then I went to Google. I learned what is that disease. It is the brain liquid leaks through the nose. Okay, so if definitely if you are coming out with the medical astrology book, one chapter should be in the beginning itself should be allotted how that organ functions. And if you are talking about some diseases in the chapters, coming chapters, we should explain what is the diseases. And if you are talking about that organ in the beginning, what are all the various types of, say, the eye disease itself, as per the Siddha text, there are 92 types of eye diseases can come. So if you are touching on organ, how many type of diseases can come, and what is the difference between one and another? Something is eye pressure, muscle pressure, some is a nerves problem, some is a lens problem, something is like that. Something related to color, something related to distance. So there are varieties, 92 varieties are there. So when whichever organ, even the heart diseases, if we touch many rashis, many varieties. So some are blockages, some are pulsation system, like that. So when you are talking about an organ, we should also mention about the varieties of diseases which can come in that, and in that book, which are all the varieties we are touching. When we are mentioning the varieties, that time we should also give the information of the planets connected to that or the Bhavadipati connected to that. If we can cover all these things, then that will become a complete book. I want to say only.
Definitely, sir. Sure. In fact, in my talk itself, I thought of mentioning this, but somehow I missed it. First thing, let me say one thing. About 2 years back, we had similar one Zoom meeting. Hope you remember, I think. That time you mentioned about the R.G. Rao book. You said he was doing such thing. After completion of chart discussion, around 20-30 charts, he published one book. Do you remember that? You mentioned that. Same thing. In fact, that idea only, it was in my corner of my mind when we discussed.
It's not R.G. Rao, it's K.N. Rao.
Oh, K.N. Rao. Okay.
Delhi, K.N. Rao and their students.
Okay. K.N. Rao. Someone. That thinking was in my mind somewhere. I hope we discussed about 2-3 years back, I think. Okay. Based on that only, we have arrived this. That is publishing a book, particularly medical astrology. One. Second thing, I initially said clearly in the first 5 pages, the organ, what is the organ, how it functions, what are all the sub things in that organ, what are all the things included in that organ, what are the diseases, probable diseases through that organ or in that organ. So all these things will be mentioned in the first 4-5 pages. That will be authenticated by the specialist. Okay, in a very simple language, anyone can understand. In that way, it will be. Second thing, the next chapter will be how planets are connected. What are all the planets? How planets are connected with this? When this planet is affected, how it affects this? See, even
if that is the case, I am coming back. Then coming back to the group discussions. Then the charts put on every Monday cannot become random. This is my suggestion. Last week we discussed stomach, suddenly we jump to leg. That should not happen. Charts can be given to the group leader or the admin, whoever who is going to put this chart in the group. It can be given to them anytime, any number of charts in advance. But the discussion, group discussion should be, at least a month or 2 months, one organ should be covered.
Yes.
Then everything will be in touch. Otherwise, suddenly we'll be touching heart, then we'll go to leg, then come to nerves and the brain. It will not work. So if you are concentrating, then concentrate on a particular organ. That will be much better. Then you can declare this to the group. You can. This is going to be the next 2 months are going to be about the brain. You can send all the thing related to brain. You can publicize it in the group in well in advance, and also mention others also can share it. It will be taken at the appropriate time when we are touching the organ.
Yes. Then only this book publishing is possible. I said that after completion
Even
of
learning also possible.
20-25 charts, a particular branch will be covered. And in fact, we can go deep into it. My wish is we should say exactly what exact portion of that organ is affected. That is what. If it is lumbago, if it is connected with the spinal cord or anything. Okay, backbone. See, we should say exactly in your L1 or L2 it is affected or L3 it is affected. You have the problem exactly here. If it is auto related, if it is ear problem, exactly in urination tube, you have this problem.
Basically, GKs are that the big medical book will become into many books.
Yes, definitely. I will try to get opinion from him every time. If not possible, we will go ahead with it, but then and there I will be informed. With these blessings, we can do this.
Yeah, he will.
And in fact, when we take brain, you said one brain liquid secretes through the nose. Any stent is recommended? Doctor recommended any stent? It happened in 2006 for her first time. She born 1975 person lady. 2006 when the Guru Dasha started for her, she started Karkataka Lagna, so 6th Lord Guru started. That time she got this problem. She suffered up to 2008. Doctors, they did their best. Then it was left to priests and astrologers. She did some pujas and other things. She was fine. Again, 2018, it restarted. And she has come to me now. Okay.
So now
I have two similar charts. In both charts, the thing is, what I see is Mars, Sun and Rahu together.
I'll just give that detail to you, sir. We are going a little off from this scope of this thing, but still I'll tell you.
That also we can discuss in the group.
No, I'll give it here. You can, I'll just give the date only. And I'll read the name of the disease also.
Okay. So this is how we have planned to proceed. And Kashinath sir, any suggestion? And first of all, I request all of you to say something about this fee 200.
Come again, sir.
The fee fixed as 200. You please give your valuable suggestions.
I really don't have any thing about that because nothing should be free in this world, honestly speaking. When every other profession will charge a person for their advice, why not astrology? See, when somebody learns it free of cost, there is no valuation for that. So there should be some minimum charge where they become really serious about the subject.
Okay.
Otherwise, it is like free advice is of no use, sort of a thing.
Okay.
Sir, her name is Shubha Murali.
Okay.
13th May 1975.
13.
Morning 11:20.
1975.
75. Yes, sir.
Morning.
11:20 a.m.
Okay.
Ramanagaram, Bangalore, near Bangalore, Ramanagaram, Karnataka.
Okay, sir.
Ramanagar. And this disease is called CSF rhinorrhea,
Oh, okay, sir.
RHANORRHEA.
Okay, sir.
So this is a disease. First, she got the attack in 2006. Then problem was solved by surgeons in between 2006 and 8. Then again
Synovial fluid.
problem reoccurred again in 2010.
It is synovial fluid getting secreted.
She went to a priest and they did Pariharam and all in 2010. She was fine for 8 years. Again, 2018 it started. And now she has come to me. This chart came today.
Okay.
And you are mentioning something. I have a chart also in front. Anyway, we can put a chart and we can see what it is.
So since you started, since it is Lagna means bride. Let us start with the first house bride. The first discussion itself, we can start with.
Yeah, first house is Karkataka Lagna, Chandra exalted.
Okay.
Rohini Nakshatra, own Nakshatra in the 11th house. Though it has gone to the Bhataka Sanam, otherwise I'm not seeing any problem with the Lagna.
Okay.
12th house is occupied by Shani and Shukra.
Any benefic planet in Lagna?
Nothing. No benefic, no malefic.
Any benefic planet aspect to Lagna?
Jupiter.
Jupiter is aspecting.
Yeah, that's also. See, when Lagna gets Adida Subhatvam, gets spoiled.
It's also the 6th lord.
Yes, I have one similar chart, Kadaka Lagna, Jupiter and Moon connected with that. Right from beginning, see, he came to me with a lot of problems. One particular thing is always he has constant perennial headache. He has tried 16 type of medications. Allopathy to Chinese, all the 16 types he has tried, still it is there. He says only one thing, I need to keep it down.
Can I say something about this chart?
Which one?
Can
Yes, sir,
I say
please.
something about this chart?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
See, when we talk about brain, we need to talk about 3 planets. One is Sun, another one is Jupiter and Mars. Mars because he is the Kalapurusha head, ruling the sign Aries head. And Jupiter and Sun are the significators for the brain. In this particular chart, if you see the Rashi, Jupiter and Mars, both have gone to the Kalapurusha 12th house. The lord of the first house of Kalapurusha, Mars, who denotes the brain, head, region of head, is sitting in the 12th house of Kalapurusha, and Jupiter, who is another significator, is sitting in the 12th house. And again, going by degree system, Mars is a 0 degree planet and Sun is the highest degree planet. So both are indicating some sort of brain related issue with this person, because two of the significant out of 3 are sitting in the 12th house of Kalapurusha. And coming to the Lagnadipati, who also rules the region of head, in the Badakasthana, definitely some sort of Bada can be there relating to the region of head. Second thingly, Lagna is not strong for a simple reason that there are no benefits in the Kendra. Of course, Jupiter is aspecting Lagna. That is the only positive factor this person has survived probably for such a long time. With no benefits in Kendra, there is no support for the Lagna Bhava, no strength, because the Kendras are the pillars of horoscope. So I don't find much strength for the Lagna Bhava in this particular case. And
Guru is the one gave her the problem.
yeah, Guru has given the problem, but again, Guru is also giving some longevity to this native.
Yeah, that's okay. But I'm telling, Guru himself is a spoiler.
Yes. Guru Dasha.
More than Surya and Kuja. Surya is highest degree planet 28. Kuja is lowest degree planet 0. But in spite of that, Guru, who is in the same 19 degree, Buddha is also 19, Guru is also 19.
At Guru Buddha only it has started. Guru Dasha, Buddha Bhakti, when you said 2006, it is Guru Dasha, Buddha Bhakti. And Buddha, again, is also, he rules the nervous system in the brain. So some problem relating to the nervous system in the brain.
Nervous system and small capillaries.
Again, Buddha is in a Balakasthana.
Yes.
Chandra 21 degree, Shani 21 degree, Buddha 19 degree, Guru 19 degree. And now Shani, Buddha going on. 8th Lord and 12th Lord, same degree is going on. Now again it restarted and she is coming to us.
We can take up this chart also, sir, in the group. We can very well take up this chart. We can ask the members to post all brain related charts. One. Second thing, the members who contribute the charts, they should be aware of the native. When we say this period it would have been affected, this period it would have been reduced. They should be in a position to say yes or no.
Yeah, for me it's difficult because this client just last night she approached me,
Okay.
referred by my student.
Okay.
And I am still preparing it. I told her I'll give her a counseling. Then only I'll be able to know detail. But this much she put in the message itself, whatever I share now.
See, we
And-
just need the feedback, that's all.
And Saturn aspects both Mars and Jupiter,
Correct.
which is also another factor. So there are so many factors actually indicating trouble in the region of brain. It can happen or may not happen. In this case, it has happened because the Lagna is not strong. If the Lagna were to be strong, maybe it would have got extended to
Yeah, Lagna itself is sitting in 8th Lord star, Pushya, Pusam.
Generally, they say when there are no malefics in Kendra or malefics in 3 and 11 and benefics in Kendra and 8 and 12 are not having any malefics or any planets rather, that is the best chart and it promises long life or they say Purnaish. None of those factors are seen here. Except one Jupiter aspect probably has saved this native until here. Maybe that is the planet which has given the disease. And even going by degree system, Jupiter is in between the lowest degree and highest degree. Maybe Balu sir will be able to say something on this.
But actually, in my opinion, I would like to say only one thing. Jupiter is benefic. I don't deny. It gives all good things. But when it comes to health, it does its own job. The Rogadipati, the Rogasthana, that gives actually. And one thing, second thing I can say one more thing. The Lagna itself is in Pushya. That gives the longevity. If moon is in Pushya, that also gives longevity.
Moon is in Rohini, yeah.
Okay, we can discuss elaborately in the group. One, if you post the chart, we can discuss. Okay.
Ma'am, few words about group.
Anandali madam is sleepy, I think.
Yeah, no. I'm just thinking. I'm really very happy that we started this. I'm also excited about the medical astrology. I think we have arrived at two suggestions. One is classifying the area, the part of the body which exhibits the disease. Another one is to create a data bank, certified data bank, from where we can borrow the chart and work on it. And with this, in this regard, I just would like to say that I had an opportunity to go through a PhD thesis which was submitted in UK in 2013 about medical and judicial astrology. So that PhD thesis says that the Royal Society of the medical people in that country before around 1900 or 1950 or so, they were expected to know about astrology because they said he might be an expert surgeon, but he should know astrology to as to know when he should perform that surgery. So, but later it faded out. That's what that PhD thesis goes to say. And also I went into a research paper which had borrowed, there is a certified data bank in UK again, where they had borrowed the chart about 3 patients. One is a AIDS patient, another one is a cleft mouth patient for whom surgery was conducted thrice and all that. So there they had mentioned this data, this chart was borrowed from such and such a source and is being analyzed. So that was a research paper published. So I think both the ideas, we should be able to follow it up, but we are just starting up. It is too early to work out all the formats. Probably we need to meet a little often, probably once a month or so that we groom it in a particular format. And I'm just excited to go ahead with this.
Thank you, sir. Sai Ram. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
all.
sir.
Good
Good
night.
night.